Hey War Mages! Most of you know that big changes happened to the crafting system in release 1.2 of Orcs Must Die Unchained, and I'm here to help walk you through everything. Everything. Let's start by talking about materials. For the uninformed, materials are used to create everything from heroes to traps to traits and more in the OMDU workshop. Before release 1.2, we had 20 different materials. Now we're down to 10. The 10 materials that were cut out have been converted thanks to some fancy Cygnus magic.
This is harder than it looks, you know.
From now on, before a match starts, you get to choose a guaranteed material to drop at the end of the match. This works in survival and siege. We made this change to help alleviate the randomness of the material grind so you can work towards crafting the things that matter most to you. Thanks to your feedback, we've also removed materials from dropping off of minions in survival matches. No more running around, missing materials, or compromising your score. Survival now has the scavenge mechanic that we use in Siege, so at the end of a match, you'll be rewarded with random materials as well as the one you chose before the match. Oh, and before you worry too much, health and mana potions, coins, and Unchained tokens still drop from minions for those sweet in-game bonuses. Now, paring down the materials wasn't all we did when it comes to crafting. Materials are now typically only used in one type of recipe. For example, traps are always crafted with dwarven blueprints. You can quickly see what materials are used in each corresponding tab in the workshop in the upper right. The materials that have multiple uses are Rift Embers, which are used to craft heroes and traits, and Skulls, which are used to craft everything. Just don't worry, you'll get a ton of them just by playing the game. If you were paying attention a second ago, you probably noticed that traps that you can upgrade are now colored blue, and the upgrades use Rift Cores. Before we take a closer look at trap upgrades though, another new feature that we've added is showing crafting information when you hover over your cards. From here, you can see exactly what materials you need to craft or upgrade the card. Cool, right? Okay, let's move on to trap upgrades. In Orcs Must Die Unchained, you can upgrade your crafted traps to help tackle more difficult survival battlegrounds. Now previously, traps had 4 tiers of upgrades. We've changed that to make the upgrade process a bit more granular. There are now 7 tiers with slightly smaller bonuses, which all add up to the same maximum bonus overall as before release 1.2. If you already had upgraded traps, we've adjusted those for you. We wanted to make trap upgrades more accessible earlier in the survival progression, so try it out and let us know your feedback on the forums. Next up, let's talk trap parts. Trap parts are special bonuses chosen by you to change how your traps act in the game. Slots for part traps now unlock at Tier 3, 5, and 7, which correspond to the old Tier 2, 3, and 4. If we look at the ceiling ballista, we can see that it has a resonator, spring, and trigger part slot. Hovering over a trap part will tell you what is needed to craft the part, what slot the part is used in, and what the part actually does. For example, this controlled resonator increases the trap's damage to stunned or snared enemies by 50% and can be crafted for 1500 skulls and 80 rift shards. Once you've crafted your trap part, you can apply it to your trap by going back to the upgrade section of the trap, clicking on the part slot, and choosing from the parts you own. Previously, trap parts were destroyed upon replacement, but with release 1.2, we've made them reusable. Finally, if you just have an insatiable hunger to mow down orcs endlessly, you can craft a rift keystone to open a special rift from the Battlegrounds menu. To get to the rift, click on Play, then Battlegrounds select under Survival, then the Rifts tab. You'll be asked to forfeit your shiny new rift keystone, and then you'll be able to select a battleground. Each battleground has a recommended account level of 100, and while you can try and go it alone, we suggest bringing some friends. Seriously, bring some friends. Oh, and if you maybe accidentally open a rift, you won't lose your key until a game is properly launched. Alright, War Mages, that ends today's class on the crafting system in Orcs Must Die Unchained. If you'd like to find out more about the specific changes in Release 1.2, be sure to check out our blog at orcsmustdie.com. Thank you for watching, and we appreciate all the great feedback you've given us so far. And we hope that you'll continue to help us make OMDU the best orcing game out there.